This program is brought to you by the City of Fountains Coaches Association.
Carlos Nelson with Cascade Sports, and today we have the head men's coach from KCK College, Mr. Brandon Burgette. Brandon, it's a pleasure having you on the show. We had you on the show right at the end of the basketball season, not the normal end, but the C19
right.
end, and you had taken your team for the first time in the school's history to win your division. Am I correct? And
yeah,
then you went on to run that down so to be accurate, what the end of the season was.
We were conference champs, and then we won our region championship at Hutch. That gave us a national tournament bid to go to the national tournament.
And that's the first time in the school's history, am I correct?
First time in school history to win conference. Second time in school history to win region and go to the national tournament.
And last year was your first year coaching.
Correct.
Over at KCK.
Yeah, last year my first year.
Yeah. Hey, tell our audience a little bit before we get to talking to your players what that ride was like from the beginning of the season. And also I want to know, were these two players, DeAngelo and Cody, were they part of the team?
Yes. Cody's the third year guy. He played last year, half of the year. He had an injury midway through the year where he tore his ACL. So we'll have Cody back here. Cody will be clear in a couple weeks. And then DeAngelo was a freshman last year. Started majority of probably all of our games last year at point guard position. So he'll be returning for us this year also.
All right. So again, retrospect, run from the beginning of the season. Your mindset also. Did you think you were going to end up where you were? You know, every team, even the ones in last place, they go when the beginning of the season is win the championship. But
right.
Tell our audience a little bit about that.
The beginning of the season last year, was basically getting to know you stage. When I first got the job, I didn't know about the returners. Mind you, I had played against the returners when I was at Johnson County. So I knew about them, but, I didn't know them personally. And at the beginning of the year, you're playing catch up because you don't get a summer with the new guys. You don't get a summer with your whole team. So you go months with just trying to figure out your players, trying to figure out system, trying to figure out, who does what, who does this well, and then making your players be able to gel together. It took some time for us. We had some injuries. We had some guys that were ineligible. So we really didn't get comfortable and rolling until about mid-season. Right after Christmas break, we came back and guys had a different mindset to be able to understand what it took to win. And, once we got a win streak going, guys had a lot of confidence going into the end of the season.
Hey Coach, one thing you mentioned, and I want to touch bases on that, system. With you being a new coach, did you come with a new system for the team, or did you keep the current system that the last regime used?
I think it was new. In college, a lot of guys have, different type of ways they play, in high school, AAU. There's different things that you teach and there's different philosophies that you have, and you give players different capabilities to be able to use and their talents. So I think a lot was an adjustment, but a lot of it was freedom to be able to, expand their talents and be able to just play and learn how to play and play together. So it took a while. It took some, some sharing and getting used to, just for our guys to, gel together.
So what are you looking forward to this season?
Right now, I'm looking forward to just being on the floor. We've been 5 months, but we haven't even been able to do anything basketball. So I feel like a little bit we're back in the same boat we were last year where we got to get our guys better. I don't think guys got better in the last 5 months. I think a lot of guys may think they have. But being off the floor, just timing, learning new teammates, just being back with your group that you played with last year, returning, you basically have to start all over again. A lot of times without the pandemic, you can go through the summer and work on some things and be with your teammates and just find a way to, understand how each other plays, and coming through this year. The good thing we got is our season is pushed back to January. So we won't start until January, but we get to practice until January. So we got another 3 months where, it's just nothing but basketball, learning and teaching and learning how to play.
Get your team in sync.
Correct.
Hey, Coach, so who do we have here?
So we got Cody Dortch. Cody Dortch is from Arkansas. He is a 2-year returner. Like I said, last year he tore his ACL midway through the year. He was just starting to find his way. The good thing about Cody is he's been coached by the same coach that I actually was coached by in college. That was his high school coach. Cody comes from a good background in basketball, and I'm excited to have him back for this year.
Student of the game.
Student of the game.
Hey, Cody, run it down. Tell our audience a little bit about yourself. Off camera, you were looking like you was a tight end, but now that I see you full, yeah, you do look like a point guard. All right.
Yes,
Tell our audience a little bit about yourself.
Yes, sir. My name is Cody Dortch. I'm from Paragould, Arkansas. I graduated from Greene County Tech High School. I played under Coach Gio there when the coach B2. I've had a lot of good coaches in my career.
Give some of them coaches they props so that they know that they added to your skill set and how much you respect them for doing that.
Yeah, Coach Gio, Coach Newton, and definitely Coach Burgette. They all helped me a lot along the way.
All right. So what position do you play?
Shooting guard.
Shooting guard on a 1 to 10. What kind of jump shot you got, son?
You got a 10. You got to go with the 10.
Hey, Coach, now, when they start getting outside, please do not hesitate to interject some reality. This is not Trump show. This is Cascade Sports.
Yes,
you
sir.
got a 10?
I don't know about 10, but I give about a 7.5.
Yeah, now, hold it. See, now if we're talking reality, you don't even have no comments from Mr. Nelson. All right. Hey, Cody, you got some handles?
A little bit, yeah. I got a little bit.
On a 1 to 10, everything we do around here has a measurement.
Yes, sir. I don't know.
You don't know?
I'll say like an 8 or 9 because I know I
you
can
got
handle
a crossover?
Yes, sir.
What would you consider yourself in the heat of battle? Are you silky smooth or rough and ready?
Silky smooth.
Silky smooth?
Yes, sir.
What's on a 1 to 10? Do you got a red light defense? How well are you playing, D? And how well did you play before you got hurt?
Yeah, I can lock down when needed.
You can lock down?
Yes, sir.
What's your average?
Average.
Your bing.
You talking like points and stuff like that? You talking about points and stuff like that?
What you think I'm talking about? Campbell soup?
Nah, before I got hurt, I think I was averaging like 10 a game.
All right. What was you doing in high school?
I was doing a little song.
I'm saying, what kind of average did you have?
I think I was averaging like 13 a game.
13 a game?
Yes,
so
sir.
You're not really a ball hog?
No, sir.
All right. How did you feel that you played on a 1 to 10 basis last year?
Last year, I think I don't think I played to the full of my potential.
Why not?
No, we had a rough beginning of the season. Everybody, I was frustrated, stuff like that.
All right, now we're talking.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, don't say you don't know because you just said you
Yeah.
were frustrated. Because
Yeah.
just from what Coach said to me, I put this little puzzle together. Y'all were halfway a little bit disorganized, but at a certain point in the season when y'all got them wins, y'all start coming together and the confidence start building.
Yes, sir.
All right. Tell me this. Who's been a personal mentor to you in your personal life? Help you
Personal.
build your skill set as a man. And I know some of them coaches have, but on a personal side, who's been a mentor to you?
My father.
And
Most
what's his
definitely.
name? Our audience don't know him.
Mike Dortch.
Hey, Mr. Dortch, baby boy, she's shouting out to you, giving you your props. How do you
Sir.
feel that he has really helped you with your skill set as a man and your skill set as an athlete?
You know, he's just like, he introduced the grind to me, you know, having to get up and work every day, take care of your family.
All
You know,
right.
he showed me how to be a man. So, yeah, I appreciate
Blue
it.
collar worker. Let's get in there and make it happen.
Yes, sir.
So I want to talk a little bit about your injury. Once you got injured, what was your mindset as you seen the team? Did you get injured as the team was on the upswing, or did you get injured before the team got on the upswing?
I got injured before.
Oh, all right. Because I want to ask you what was all right. Well, what was your mindset as you seen the team rising and you had to be on the bench? Or
Man, I was just excited as if I was out there.
All right.
I was happy. Yeah, they deserved that.
How hard was the rehab? Tell a young athlete or an old athlete that has not been injured, how hard has that recovery been for you?
The rehab's been really tough, you know, with all the pandemic going on and stuff. There for about a month, I couldn't find anywhere to work out. So that kind of pushed my timetable back a little bit. But most definitely the rehab, you know, you got to be mentally strong. You got to be able to fight through certain situations.
All right. Is there anybody that you would like to give a shout out to?
My family back home.
All right. Shout out from the baby boy. All right.
Sir.
Who we got here on this bottom screen? Hey, DeAngelo. I'm not talking to Casper.
I'm DeAngelo.
All right.
I'm a local kid. I'm from Kansas City, Kansas.
What high school you go to?
I went to 3 different high schools.
All right.
I went to a high school in Florida called Pine Forest. I didn't play basketball there. I haven't been playing basketball that long. Then I played basketball at Harmon High School, and then I went to prep school in Phoenix.
Where?
In Phoenix.
In Phoenix?
Yes, sir.
On a 1 to 10, let's run down your skill set. What's your jump shot like? Coach is looking.
I'm going to 8 or 9. I shot 40 from 3 last year and 50 during conference. So I'm going to 8 or 9.
Coach giving you he giving you a barely, you just barely passing on that answer. What's your handles looking like?
I'm gonna go 8 or 9.
You got a crossover, or what is the best part of your game?
Getting downhill. I'm very fast.
You get downhill.
Yes, sir.
You a finisher?
Yes, I got
a lot of guys get up and down the court, but finishing and getting that bucket, a lot of times there's a little error there.
I still need to get stronger, but I can finish. I'm acrobatic around the.
How tall are you?
5'9".
You 5'9"?
Yes,
what's the best part of your game? What would you say is your best asset?
I feel like everywhere is pretty even with my game. Like, I'm not a selfish player, so I can score, pass, play defense. I just do whatever is needed for real. I don't try to.
Hey, Coach, how was you using him last year?
You know, he started at the point guard position last year, so you know he, you know, like he said, he hasn't played basketball for a while, so he had a lot of growing and adjusting to obviously his game, and then learning how to play at the college level. being a facilitator and thinking, what's the right decision choices to make during games and, beginning of games, tough situations.
1 to 10, how was he doing on that? Sorry for interrupting you, but as
you're
you're
good.
talking, how good a decision maker was he in the game on a 1 to 10?
At the beginning of the year, I think he was probably at about a 4 or 5, only because, and the only reason I say this is because, at the college level, the worst thing you want to do is turn it over. And I think at the beginning of the year, our team in general turned the ball over a lot. You look at the stats. We had one game, we had 26, 27 turnovers as a team. That's a lot of turnovers with not enough assists. So, as the year went on, he got better to where, those numbers are creeping to where, you rate it to about a 7 or 8. But it always can get better. You just can't be content. Just got to keep learning and improving and learning how to play.
DeAngelo, what was your mindset at the beginning of the season?
At the beginning of the year, I was really just trying to find a way to fit in. I was a walk-on last year, so I was doing anything I can to try to fight for some minutes.
On a 1 to 10, what's your defense like? And what do you pride yourself on, offense or defense?
Defense.
I like that. See, I'm old school. I'm New York Knicks back in Clyde Frazier and Willis Reed day, Dave DeBusschere. Defense wins. I think a lot of the game now, everybody wants to put it up, but I know there are a lot of coaches because we do a lot of interviews with a lot of coaches. They looking for the guy that can stop the shooter. You automatically got to start and spot then. Where do you feel that you gained the most knowledge last year in improving your game?
Just like Coach B said, just learning how to facilitate better, go with the flow of the game, make better decisions.
Was Cody playing with you at the beginning of the season? You all starting together or getting a lot of playing time together?
We had stretches where we played together, but I didn't. At the beginning of the season, I didn't start when Cody was like really healthy.
Oh, all right. So, what are you looking forward to gain this season?
Just start back where we left off. Hopefully, I feel like we got a good enough team to make that push again and get back to where we were last year.
How are you physically in your physical shape?
I'm good. Everything's fine. I've never really had injuries or anything like that.
How about mentally?
I'm mentally a lot better than I was last year. Last year, I was just confused, didn't know my role, didn't feel comfortable a lot of times. But towards the end of the year, Coach B got me a lot comfortable, just helped build my confidence.
All right. Now, what I would ask both of you, but you go first, DeAngelo. What would you tell? First of all, let me ask Coach, how many new players you got coming in?
We have 8 new guys.
All right.
So
now, hey.
Sorry, 7 freshmen and sorry, I said that all wrong. 6 freshmen, 1 transfer, and 1 returner.
Hey, DeAngelo, what I want you to tell me, what would you tell those freshmen that
to just listen to the coaches and work hard and play hard. We got a great coaching staff who comes from very good backgrounds of basketball and they know what they're talking about. And if they just buy into the system and what they're saying, then we'll have a great season. Just be coachable.
Cody, what you got to say to these young players that's coming on to your team?
Yes, sir. Just kind of like how DeAngelo said, just buy in, trust the process. We got a great coaching staff. They know what they're talking about. Just, control what you can control. Come in and work hard every day.
Hey, DeAngelo, what was it like when you were sitting on the bench?
I was just.
What was your mindset?
Just trying to figure out what I could do better to play more and just try to work harder each practice and go at it.
Did you think coach was going to let you get that playing time?
Yeah, I knew I would eventually get the shot.
You did?
Yes.
Who was a mentor in your personal life?
Stephon King. He's not really related to me, but I treat him as if he's like an uncle.
Stephon been around, boy. I'm saying he been around long as basketball. Yeah, I'm saying he surely during the 90s, and especially with AAU and what have you. All right, hey, Coach, is there anything on closing that you would like to impart to the Kansas City audience about what's going to be happening over there at KCK, and what kind of support you would like for the locals to participate in with your team, and for sponsors? Do you got anything that you want to say to sponsorship and sponsoring your team?
Well, first and foremost, I like everybody to be safe and healthy. I know it's a tough time for sports right now, just not only for us, but for every level. Everyone's dealing with figuring out they're going to have a season. I would love local support to support us, even in our backyard and on the Missouri side, when that permits. I think we got a special group coming, back this year with new and returners. I think we're doing something special over here, and I would love everyone to be a part of it when we can have fans and when we start having games, if we have a season. We'd love for people to support us and support young men that are looking for opportunities to, get an education, move on to four-year schools, and wanting to further their career and doing, whatever they desire to do. Basketball is not the end goal, but most importantly, just being student athletes and, being growing up to be men, and being professionals one day.
Hey, Cody, what's your
Yes, sir.
parting words?
Just like Coach B said, we want support. We like for people to come out, support us. I know, freshman year we didn't have a lot of fans at the games. We got better last year. But yeah, we just need support, a support system.
Hey, D, what you talking about, baby boy?
The same. I feel like last year a lot of people didn't support us at the beginning of the year because in the past year we didn't have a good program. But towards the end of the year, Coach B knows a lot of people. He has a name, and other coaches on our team do too, and that just helps. So just keep the support coming. It means a lot to us.
We're gonna make sure that Cascade Sports come over and cover one or two of your games. We used to, like about 8 years ago, we used to come over and do a lot of your games and what have you. But we're gonna come and we're gonna support you. And what me personally, I'm asking my Kansas City, Missouri crowd to go and support KCK Community College, because we're all right in the same region, and you going to the game might mean the difference in a win for KCK and a loss from a emotional and a crowd aspect. So, fellas,
Sure.
it's really been a pleasure having you on the show, and we love to support our home team colleges, KCK, Penn Valley, and of course UMKC. And from myself to your team and players, we wish you the best for 221, and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us.
Pleasure.
This program is brought to you by Computerized Auto Search.